I had a lot written to put in perspective the last time Minnesota beat Iowa at Kinnick, and then, whatever happened just happened. Bill Clinton was still president. The song at the top of the charts was Too Smooth by Santana and Rob Thomas, and Tom Brady was still at Michigan. You get the picture. It's been a while since Minnesota has taken home old Floyd of Rosedale from Iowa City, and no one ever thought it would leave Iowa City in the fashion that it did. Let's get to the highlights. We showed you how the game ended. Let's show you how we got there. Beautiful day at Kinnick, albeit a little windy. Cade McNamara standing by Joe Evans, the two pals. Hawkeyes looking to go 7-1. First drive, and we're airing it out, ladies and gentlemen. Deacon Hill, watch this, escaping the pressure, rolling right. Throwing to Deontay Vines. What a snag. They reviewed it. He was in bounds. Fans stunned by the catch. Yeah, great play. Iowa would have to settle for a field goal, though. Drew Stevens knocks it in, 23 yards out. Iowa takes an early 3-0 lead. Our own Marcus McIntosh was there. Last time Minnesota beat Iowa at Kinnick, he had an all black-haired goatee. No gray hair there. I'm just teasing you, Marcus. Minnesota would tie the game at 3. Let's move on now. Iowa would score, it looked like here, on a Deacon Hill QB sneak. No, they say forward progress stopped. He'd get another chance after an unsportsmanlike conduct on Minnesota, reset the downs. He gets in. Now Iowa takes a 10-3 lead. It would be 10-3 at the half. Let's go second half now. And it's a lot of field goals. Yeah, sunshine right there in Shannon's face, but it did go in, 10-6. After that, not so good. Deacon Hill stripped, recovered by Minnesota. They're set up, but the Iowa defense holds them to yet another field goal, one which the Gophers would make. 10-9. Yes, it went in. Sun was just poorly placed today. Minnesota fans hopeful. Iowa fans frustrated. After Minnesota gets a big drive, they're set up for a 31-yard field goal and gives them the lead 12-10. It looked like the game was over there. Iowa had no life. Minnesota, as we showed you, would then punt the ball to Cooper DeJean. And what does Cooper DeJean do? He does this. I mean, this is insane. Stays in bounds, and off he goes. And I explained it in the A block. He scores the touchdown. And if you miss it, I'll explain it again. This was called back. The referee saying that he used his left hand to call his team away. We're going to have an explanation from NBC in a little bit. Iowa would not get the touchdown. Deacon Hill would throw an interception a couple plays later, and that would be it. Iowa falls. Final score from Kinnick, 12-10. An absolute stunner. One that I guess you had to be there for to really kind of comprehend. And Shannon Earhart was there. Shannon, I mean, you were there. What was the feeling like at Kinnick Stadium? I don't know if we could tell through the TV.
It's honestly really hard to explain, Jeff, if you weren't here. I want to harp on the Cooper DeJean fair catch call because that's what everybody was talking about here. It could go down as one of the most controversial calls of the season, or maybe in college football. You talked about it. You said that Cooper DeJean waved his left hand, or supposedly, according to the refs, waved his left hand. It was called a fair catch and pulled back 54 yards. Cooper DeJean actually said in the post-game presser that he has never called fair catch with his left hand and said, quote, personally, I was not calling a fair catch, and that the refs never came over to talk to him about it. When it got called back, fans were throwing water bottles, food, cans all across the field. There was actually a little bit of a delay of game because of that. There were boos. The refs caught a lot of flack for this call, and it really wasn't very clear if it was a fair catch because it was so ear-piercing in here that fans didn't even see the flag get thrown onto the field. It's also, I talked to somebody on the sidelines, a former college football player on the sidelines, who said that you're taught at a very fair age to wave your hand as high and proud as you possibly can if you do want to call a fair catch. And from the video that you see, it's a little bit inconclusive of whether or not he did. Minnesota caught a break, and Gopher fans didn't want to leave the stadium. They actually went around the entirety of the stadium, high-fiving fans and taking that trophy back with them. Floyd the Pig, they were very excited, and like I said, fans didn't want to leave. The event staff actually had to kick them out because apparently once the players leave the field, everybody else has to leave the stadium as well. Minnesota caught a break on what might be the call heard round Kinnick. very controversial here for fans. Whether or not it was true or not, I am not, that's above my pay grade to decide that, Jeff. But what a time here. Final score 12-10. Iowa may have scored the only touchdown of the game, but Minnesota, those 4 field goals coming out with the win and got the lucky call. I'm live. Jeff, back to you.